Hello there, and welcome to another important Doctor Who birthday. I'm sorry for all of you David Tennant fans who didn't get your chance to see a David Tennant tribute in this manner, but unfortunately I just didn't get a chance to do that. But today I'm paying tribute to the late Jon Pertwee. He portrayed the third incarnation of the Doctor from 1970 to 1974. Jon Pertwee's was a very special interpretation. He was the first to play the Doctor in color. Before him, Doctor Who was only in black and white. You can see my little TARDIS is lit up there. And he was also the first to have a Doctor Who episode that was completely done on film rather than videotape. And we'll get to that particular episode in just 1 minute. But this is going to be a very different video than usual in a number of different ways. Because today, sorry about that, not what I intended for you to see. There's going to be a very special box opening today because what you are seeing now is Doctor Who Spearhead from Space, the special edition, which I just purchased today. This is one of my favorite Doctor Who stories of all time. And this is the one I was just telling you about that was filmed entirely on film. There's no videotape sections. It's very unique for Doctor Who. So I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to very carefully unbox this. And here we have it. The first story to star Jon Pertwee. This was transmitted from January 3rd to the 24th of 1970. And here are some photos from that episode. An auton from the Nesting Consciousness. The third Doctor, and back to the late Carolyn John as Elizabeth Liz Shaw, one of my favorite companions. When you open it up, it has a DVD in it. I've seen the original before, but this has some great bonus features, and I had to have this in my collection. I love Spearhead from Space. I love the Autons. I love the Nesting Consciousness. I think they were actually an underused adversary. I only saw them again in Terror of the Autons and Rose, and I think there was one more. This is the other story I have from Doctor Who's 8th season. And this is The Ambassadors of Death. This is a long time coming to DVD. Some of these episodes, this is a double disc set, 7-parter, bonus features. Some of these Doctor Who's were actually only available in black and white. The original color versions were junked, but they were able to compress foreign market color versions with the black and white to create a full effect for remastering, and that's what they've done with these. Here is Terror of the Autons. Now, believe it or not, this is actually going out of print, I believe, but it's one of my favorites, and is the first to star the late Roger Delgado as the original Master. Now, to a lot of people, he's the only Master, but he's a great Master. He could take this character, and he realized, as Jon Pertwee said, that Doctor Who and the Master were not only a Sherlock Holmes Professor Moriarty, but that evil was best expressed without histrionics, that the best way to express evil was with cold chilliness, and Robert Delgado did that brilliantly. And here's the DVD of that episode, and here's the back with some stills from that story. And this is one I just got. It just came out. The immediate story afterward, The Mind of Evil. Another case of a black and white story they had to colorize. In the middle you see Katie Manning as Jo Grant. Here's some stills from that episode. Very intense psychological 6-part thriller. Here's the episode and the bonus features from that episode. And this is a very heavy comparison to James Bond type movies during the Unit family years with the Brigadier, Sergeant Benton, Mike Yates. All you Whovians know that. This is my first edition of the Claws of Axos. Now, I don't have the special edition yet, but I actually like this episode and I like this version. Nice pictures on the back. It's actually was released in 2005. Here's the DVD. Warner Brothers logo. The Daemons. This is one of my favorite Doctor Who stories with the Master. Very Halloween-y episode, this one. I got this last year, and there's Bach. Little demon there. Open that up. Damon, actually. CD, DVD, bonus features. Day of the Daleks. This is the very first Jon Pertwee story that I ever bought on DVD. I had only been watching Doctor Who for 2 months when I got this. So this is one of my first Jon Pertwee stories. And I love it. It's a great story. Double disc set. Kind of an early special edition. The Three Doctors. There's also been a remastering of this, but I love this story in whatever way it is. You have William Hartnell, Jon Pertwee, and Patrick Troughton in this. I love Pertwee and Troughton in this. It's an amazing rapport that these two individuals have. Here are some stills from that. Everybody who's a Whovian knows that publicity shot very well. There's Omega and the Brigadier. And here's the DVD. Nice and turquoise. Warner Brothers logo, 2004. Now, this is also getting a remastering soon. The Last Story with Joe Grant, The Green Death. And this is actually an environmental-oriented story about ecology. 6-part story from 1973. It's actually a pretty good edition. And this is Death to the Daleks. This is from the 11th and final season of Jon Pertwee's period as a Third Doctor. It's his final Dalek story. And it's also one of the stories that was put out last year that nobody was sure if it was going to come out on DVD or not. Very long awaited. Here's the DVD inside. This is also my only Pertwee era episode to feature Sarah Jane Smith. And just when you think this is over, there's going to be more. Because several months ago, I got this, my very first edition of Doctor Who magazine with the final Jon Pertwee interview on the cover. And there's Mr. Pertwee right there, quoted as saying, "The Doctor is this monster that just keeps going." I love that. I want to get to some pictures from that interview. This is an amazing interview, by the way, if you ever have a chance to get this magazine. Some great publicity stills. Really well done. Here's the Unit family as they appeared in 1992 for a reunion. Some great source material. Jon Pertwee is such a fascinating figure. There he is with Bessie. And all of that. Well, anyway, that's my video for the Third Doctor. Spearhead from Space. If you haven't seen that yet, see it. It is an amazing story. All of Jon Pertwee's are amazing. I've never seen a Jon Pertwee story I've been disappointed in. You know, I didn't even know he existed until about a year and a half ago. You know, I knew about Tom Baker and Peter Davison, but it shows you how little I knew about Doctor Who 2 years ago. Now, I'm a full-fledged Whovian. It gets you fast. As William Hartnell said, the program is addictive, but we'll get to William Hartnell a little bit later. So, everybody, reverse the power of your neutron flow, as the Third Doctor would say, and happy birthday to the family of Jon Pertwee. Legend in his own time.